We all want to save money, but between the rising cost of living, increase in inflation, our bills, rents, food, and also those little nice to have things that we all want, saving becomes nearly impossible. One day, your account is looking good and green, and the next time you're back in the red, wondering what just happened. Like you're going through your bank statements and trying to find out where all the money went to. And just like that, the cycle keeps repeating itself, making it very impossible to save. I get it. I've been there. And that's why today I'm going to share some tips and strategies to help you easily save your first £10,000. So if you're tired of constantly watching your money disappear into thin air, keep watching. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Mary, and on this channel I discuss self-improvement, personal finance, and lifestyle. So if this is the kind of content that you enjoy watching, welcome, subscribe, and let's have fun. So to be able to save, the first step is to set a realistic goal. So let's break it down. Saving £10,000 in 12 months is equals to 833 per month. That's equals to 208 per week, and that's equals to £27.77 per day. If your timeline is for 2 years, that means you just need to save £417 per month, £104 per week, £13.89 per day. It looks more realistic if you break it down like this. Now, it's a great idea to make your goals realistic based on your personal income. You don't want to have a goal of saving £1,000 per month when you only earn around £2,000 and you need to pay your bills, you need to pay rent, childcare, and so many other expenses. So make sure that your goals are realistic so it's easier for you to keep to it. The next step is to track any unnecessary expenses. And the first thing we need to do is to categorize our expenses. So start by categorizing your expenses into needs and wants. Needs are essential expenses like our bills, rent, food, and any loans. Then wants are unessential expenses like eating out, shopping, subscriptions, and entertainment. This exercise is going to help you see where your money is actually going to and will allow you to cut expenses back without sacrificing the essential expenses. So now I can hear most of you saying, well, how do we cut down on unnecessary expenses, especially if these are wants or expenses that we can't do without? For instance, eating out or just buying something nice for yourself to give yourself a treat. Yes, I get it. It might seem really difficult to cut out these kinds of expenses because, to be honest, it makes us feel good. However, research has shown that the reason why we struggle to cut back on our spending habits is really shaped by psychological and behavioral traps that we don't even know about. But if we can identify these behavioral traps, then it will be much more easier to walk around them and easily save. So let's look at some of the biggest behavioral and psychological traps that make saving much difficult than it should be. Now, have you ever noticed how every time you get a pay increase or extra income, somehow your expenses increase too? Maybe you might even need to upgrade a phone or buy some new clothes or treat yourself and your family to an expensive fancy restaurant. Well, that is Parkinson's law at work, and it states that the more you earn, the more you spend. Another trap is called the pain of paying theory, and this is when you spend more when using credit cards than when you actually use cash to pay for items, because you don't really feel the loss of money when it comes out from your credit card. Another trap is called the Diderot effect, and this is when buying something often leads to buying something else. For instance, you buy a new couch or a sofa and suddenly you need to buy a new rug to match the color of your sofa, and then you think about buying a new curtain to match the whole color of the room. Another example could be like buying a new phone, and then you need to buy a phone case to go with it, and probably you need to buy some headphones as well and chat, I don't know, all the accessories that comes with a new phone. Then there is the fear of missing out, which leads to impulse buying. Have you ever noticed that retailers love using buzzwords like only two left or limited stock. Well, this is a great marketing strategy that tricks our brains into thinking that we must buy now or miss out forever. So even though you weren't in a rush to buy it, suddenly you panic and buy it immediately. Then finally, there is emotional spending, which most of us do, and I do it as well. Sometimes you might have a bad day at work or at home, and suddenly you decide to treat yourself to buy something that will make you feel good, even though you don't actually need it. What happens is that shopping makes us feel good because it releases a hormone called dopamine, and this hormone plays a crucial role in the brain's reward system. And this is why people shop or buy new things when they are bored, stressed, unhappy, or depressed. So now that you understand these traps, the next step is to cut down unnecessary expenses. And there are some rules and processes that you can effectively apply to help you cut down these expenses. Now, the first method is called the 24-hour rule or the 30-day rule, and this helps to reduce impulse buying. So let's say you want to buy something small that is non-essential. It is recommended to wait at least 24 hours and see if you still want to get it. So if it's a big item or a big purchase, then you can wait up to 30 days and see if you still need it. If you still need it, then go ahead and buy it. But this process helps to delay impulse buying to determine if you really need this item. It also helps to reduce emotional and impulse spending. Next, review and cancel any unnecessary subscription. Check your bank statement for recurring charges and cancel any subscriptions that you have not used for, say, 30 to 60 days. Then use the 50-30-20 budgeting rule to allocate your income wisely. Now, how do we use it? You will need to allocate 50% of your paycheck to your needs, which would include your bills, your rents, food, or any loan payments. Then 30% would go to your wants, which would include your shopping or entertainment or eating out. Then 20% should be automatically allocated to your savings and investment accounts. So that's the way the 50-30-20 budgeting rule works. Now, this rule ensures that there's a balance between saving and spending. Now, the next step is to automate your savings. For this process to work, you need to pay yourself first. Now, how do you do that? As soon as you receive your paycheck, transfer 20% automatically into a savings or investment account. That way, you don't even see that amount of money in your spending account. What are the best types of accounts to use? And I'll be speaking for my UK viewers. I am not sure about any other country, but I'll explain the savings accounts that you can use if you are in the UK. The first account that you can use is called a high yield savings account, and this is because it gives you a higher interest rate than a normal current account. Another account that you can use is called a cash ISA account, and that's because cash ISA accounts allow you to earn interest tax-free on savings up to 20,000 per year. Now, another account that you can use is called the Stocks and Shares ISA account, and this is an account that allows you to invest in stocks, ETFs, bonds, and funds tax-free. So if you're in the UK, you can easily create any of these accounts by going to your bank or speaking to a financial advisor, and they would recommend what account best suits your situation. Now, the next step, guys, is to increase your income. There are different ways that you can increase your income. First, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, you can ask for a pay rise. Yes, you can ask. I know it can be daunting to ask for a pay rise, but if you know your worth, what you bring to the table, you can ask for a pay rise. It can be done through your performance reviews. You can ask for a promotion in your job. So take a step, because if you don't ask, you will never know if they will agree to your terms or not. Secondly, you can actually get a new job. Changing jobs is actually one of the fastest ways to get a salary increase. You can learn a new skill in a high demand area like technology or marketing or even finance and get a job there. Or you can get a new job in your field that offers a higher benefit and a higher salary. Now, the next way to earn an extra income is to get a side hustle. There's so many side hustles that you can do from the comfort of your home. You can start drop shipping. You can maybe start a KDP business. You can start selling digital products. You can do affiliate marketing. There are so many side hustles that you can start today. And there's so many information that shows you how to do it or how to start step by step. Now, if you don't like online businesses, there are other types of physical businesses that you can start. For instance, you can become a tutor, you can become an Airbnb host by hosting out a room in your house. Have a look at what is out there and see what fits your skills and interests and start. Now, the next step is to stay motivated and make saving a habit. It's better you start small and consistent than save a large amount but do it occasionally. Once you start, it becomes easier to save over time. Next, you need to track your savings progress. People who track their savings are more likely to stay consistent. And that's because as you see your savings grow, it motivates you to stay consistent and even increase your savings budget. So you can start tracking your savings by using a savings app or even a spreadsheet. I'll leave a link to my personal budget spreadsheet, which will help you create a clear budget for your expenses, income, and savings, track your progress efficiently over time, and also help you stay motivated by seeing how much you've saved. So if you think that this spreadsheet would help you, check out the link in the description below and download it when you can. Saving 10,000 is definitely a big goal, but it is definitely doable if you stay consistent and you are smart about it. By following these steps, like making a budget, cutting down on unwanted expenses, and tracking your progress, you will be on your way to hitting that 10,000 pounds. So remember, it's about being clever with your money and sticking to your plan. But most importantly, it's about taking those first steps to start saving. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But until then, I hope to see you in my next video, and happy saving.